Let's take you to your husband. In the fire. Good. You look beautiful.
Behold, fellow Christians, we have come together in the sight of God, and the angels, and all his saints, to join the two bodies, this man and this woman, so that they be one in flesh.
Help us to keep possessions.
May they earn together an eternal life in the kingdom.
You have left of Marie.
This obsession with a girl young enough to kill them will be the end of you. You need to let it go.
Hear them and embrace them with your divine love.
There is a place all Templars go when you first join the Order. A tree where we leave our past, so that we can move from one life to the next.
Holy Father, you will it that Luis and Isabella, your true children, should be known by their love for each other. And by their love and yours, may they produce more children, and love them the way you love us. And may Luis and Isabella teach their children
was my husband and the king, what is there to say?
and protect them from evil. And may they grow old together in the comfort and blessing of holy matrimony, until death them do part. And now I charge you all by the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, that if any of you
Can you hear me? Exactly as you planned.
our lives and all we own to God. And in the act of submission we find our strength. You can give up your rage and your pain. You will be free.
My king, the English king, will provide a handsome reward to anyone who returns me. Give this up now, and I'll say you rescued me. He will make you rich.
I'm not going anywhere.
I know you. I know your kind. You're just a paid assassin. You have no honor.
Your history is written by men who speak of one as if it could be bought. My history is a different affair.
Try to be diplomatic, Robert. Tanya is only doing her job.
You. I might have known. Untie me immediately.
France has been under attack. Someone tried to kill the royal family. Right here. In
What
Paris.
have you done?
Luckily, they failed. But Prince Louis of Catalonia was killed in the fracas.
I told you killing the prince wouldn't work. It would only point to England, and then there could never be an
I
alliance.
don't want that. I don't want anyone to think your king did it. I want them to think you did it. Knowing the Longshanks would blame you for Isabella not choosing his son, you took matters into your own hands and employed an assassin to poison me, attack the king and queen, and abduct the princess. Luckily, with the Templars' skill in tracking the Greek fire, left for them to find by Altani, your plans were scuppered. After the tragic and cruel murder of Prince Louis, killed as he gallantly tried to rescue his bride from his wedding day, that was known.
Philip will understand eventually, or the Pope.
Oh, God, that's entirely all right. But you poisoned me. If I'm the target, then I cannot also be the perpetrator.
Thank you.
You've made a speedy recovery.
Thanks to your prayers.
My prayers were for you to find peace, not to recover. It's interesting that after such heartbreak and turmoil, everything's turned out exactly as you want.
Your Highness, my thoughts have only ever been for the princess. Her happiness is my sole love. My holy grail, if you like. Suicide. His plan failed. He had no choice. He must have known the most horrible torture was inevitable, either in England or in France. He had nowhere to run. This whole thing, drummed up by one man. It appears so, Your Grace. And the assassin, dead, along with the prince. Unfortunately, there was not much left of either of them by the time the flames died down. Send word to England. We understand his ambassador acted alone. We hold no grudge, and we extend the hand of peace. And the hand of Isabella. Yes. Yes.
demons were to be fought in Akka. There were clear lines. The righteous and the infidels. The Holy Land and here. Now I don't know who was righteous and who was not. And our battles are being fought right here. On French soil.
My own brother, fighting against our cause. Everything I've ever understood, everyone I've ever loved. Godfrey, you.
Brother, I need you to repent. Please. Creed, let us be brothers again.
Do you really believe God doesn't want the Grail to be found? If you believed you were right, why did you act alone? Why didn't you come to me?
Would you have listened?
I have only a moment. I must get back to my daughter.
Thank you for meeting me. There is so much to say. Your child. My child. Even saying those words out loud, I can scarcely believe it. Our child.
What of the Grail? Your Templar vows? Those haven't changed?
I'll find a way for us to be together.
What way is that?
We can leave Paris. And we can go somewhere. Anywhere.
Where would we go where he couldn't find us? And where you wouldn't be a Templar? I love you. But what future does the wife of a king have with a Templar?
A child growing within you.
No, I will have the king's child. And you will go back to the temple. That is our future.
The wind is still against you, Landry.
We wanted to talk.
to go back to bed with Philip? I'm with child.
Goodbye.
I don't want anyone to think your king did it. I want them to think you did it. You know who I am.
What does he say?
That you the way to find the grail.
Wind is still against you, Landry.
Rashid wanted to talk.
She went after him.
Roland.
She finds him, she'll be dead by now anyway.
Already ruined Possible's life. Why do you need to take it?
Oh, I see. You like him.
Oh.
What's so funny?
Hear that? It's the spell.
Vesper's girl.
It needs the changing of the guard.
Send for the Templars. They're looking for this man.
Look at this. Little soldier boy. Remember what we said.
I got it for you.
Take it to the infirmary.
Get this one to the dungeons. Right away. The master's dead has not been slept in. The guards say people to the temple last night. He's gone.
Scour the city. Landry is missing. Take every available man. Find your master.
They will not find him. This was the Brotherhood of Light.
Landry is missing. He hasn't been seen since last night. Draper believes the Brotherhood of Light may have taken him. You were the last one to see him. Do you know where he went?
He is still your master. Will you say nothing?
He wanted to talk to them. Maybe he's talking.
All right.
What do you want to say? What was I doing? If he's not returned, he's probably dead.
You saved my life, and possibly the entire court. Thank you.
I'm merely your humble servant, Your Grace.
Though it is gratifying to know that the King of England has already sent letters agreeing to our return to friendly relations. We recently annexed your homeland in Montpellier. Yes, Your Grace. Choose an estate there. It will be yours. Thank you, Your Grace. And I shall name you Selwyn in recognition of this great service to the crown. Truly, I do not deserve it, Your Grace.
I'm sure
After all these years, William, it's time you call me fair.
Isabella, Your Grace, allow me.
No, I'll go.
This whole business with Louis.
You wanted to know that a madman would orchestrate an attack on royal court?
It's more than that.
Wow.
Don't I understand?
I just miss him.
Yes? Sir, your visitor is here. I trust his arrival was kept secret. Side gate. No one saw us. I must confess, he seems more civil than I expected. Don't be cruel. He's the most dangerous man in all of France. "65. There is a number of Templar sites planted throughout Europe. Thousands of knights. And one of their largest temples is right here, in Paris. Philip does not see that the Templars are an army camped on his doorstep, loyal not to France. He cannot do what needs to be done. And so it falls to me. Now that the princess's marriage to Captain Ernie is known, we must proceed to the next step of our plan. Meaning, Uncle, that the Pope must be dealt with. And we must recover the Grail for ourselves. Strong words, nephew. Strong words. What's happened? What did they do to you?
No. I'm so free.
Why?
Master, there is something you need to know. Godfrey's killer Roland has been found. We have him under lock. So far he hasn't.
Open it. Stand up. Stand up.
You men already tried.
I said stand up.
I spent 3 years in the dungeons of Egypt.
Who sent you to kill Godfrey? Where is it? You tell me what you know. Where is the Grail? Where is it?
Lazarus, you'll kill him.
What has happened to you?
Not like this.
Like what? Get out of my way.
They let you live. I told you.
repent.
The time for repentance is past. By the temporary, you take your armor and report to the blacksmith.
My armor.
You will repent. All this left is God's final judgment. It's against God's will.
Here's your army. 2,000 trained men ready and waiting.
2. I wanted 5.
You can't afford 5. These are fighting men. They need to eat, they need to get their ends away, and they need to be paid. If you want a bigger army, find more money and stop dithering.
The princess's betrothal has taken up much of my effort.
To what end, exactly?
Her marriage to Catalonia would have strengthened the Pope.
Soon, the Pope will be dead and the Grail will be ours. She can ride whoever she likes, it doesn't matter.
Her name is Isabella, and it matters to France, which is my paramount concern.
You always were a posturing little shit. I'm sorry I could never beat the pomp right out of you.
You certainly tried.
Get over it.
I am over it! You took me in when there was no one else. I will always be grateful.
Maybe I was hard on you. You reminded me of my brother. Every time I saw you, it made my blood boil. He was a beautiful man. And they burned him like an animal.
I know.
How was that? Then steel your resolve, nephew. You came to me with this plot. For your father and my brother. Have the courage to see it through.
I assure you, nothing ever stands in my way.
Are you sure you did the right thing? I've not slept.
Yes, you need to compose yourself. Be circumspect. Everyone is watching you. Do not be tempted to say more than you should.
I haven't.
You were too emotional at the hanging. You must be seen to be grieving, but not so much that you will be sent away.
I don't think I can do this.
Of course you can. You are not alone in this. You have me. You will always have me.
Thank you for watching over me.
Your Grace, this is one of my assistants.
My condolences on the death of your husband, Your Grace.
Perhaps, Mauro, it's time you went back to my office. We have much work to do.
At once, sir.
By the temple rule, as punishment for your crimes, your armor will be made into chains. You will wear the chains around your neck and wander for 1 year and 1 day.
No. You won't. Pilgrimage of change is a penance for brothers who were permitted to return. Then greed is expelled, never to return. Learn to take what you came here with, and you go.
Watch over him. Something's happened. Something's wrong.
I remembered, I wouldn't tell you.
I was Godfrey's friend. You must know that by now.
Godfrey would never defend you. We worked together to protect the Grail.
Now you must tell me what I need to know to find it.
If Godfrey was your friend, why didn't he tell you?
Not before tonight. Shall I tell you what Godfrey wrote on the scroll in
The scroll part of the only man that saw it is dead.
I knew what it said. Because I was there when Godfrey wrote. It was a question.
I don't believe you.
A question that only you cannot tell me your mother's name.
Is that it? Is that the question on the scroll?
Who was she?
I would rather die than help you.
What was her name?
You control your own agony.
Tell me her name and you will be free. إنه يحترق.
رشيد كفى توقف.
أنا أقرر متى أتوقف. Your defiance proves you have no idea what the Grail is, what it can do, how it must be protected.
I am a Templar. Of service to God.
My grandson was suffering, and
My suffering is for God's glory. It's for His glory.
what of her pain? Will your queen endure? Will your child?
You said I was the only woman you ever loved.
Who is your mother?
What was your mother's name?
You have business to attend to, and so do I. It's going to be nice if I can.
It all makes sense now.
What exactly is that?
All this delay. It's the girl.
If Isabella can become the woman she is capable of becoming, she will one day rule England and fortify France. The ruler her father could never be.
It's far more than that, isn't it? I saw you with her. It wasn't the Earl of Oxford who killed her husband, it was you. You actually poisoned your son to undo her marriage.
As I said, my only interest is in ensuring she becomes the formidable ruler she is capable of being. I think of her as nothing more than a child.
You think of her with your rod.
Never mention her in that way again. Do you hear me? Can I trust you to give me my own? Or should I fight you?
Oh, I'm in the army. Just be ready. I'm thinking with your head. But that's it.
Philip will raise your child as his own. Wake up. Our child will not know you.
You must leave quickly.
Why are you now?
We've been before, you and me.
Where?
That day in the dunes. You were a boy. On the horse with Godfrey. Come on, come on. We must hurry.
For your loyalty and service to the King and Crown of France. Rise, Sir William.
Congratulations, William.
Thank you, Your Grace.
I know that we haven't always seen eye to eye, but I want to thank you for saving my life.
I will gladly sacrifice myself for the sake of the kingdom.
And for that you have my sincere gratitude. Congratulations.
Thank you, Your Grace.
You deserve this. For everything you've done. Not just for France, but for me. You saved me from making a terrible mistake.
You know I am forever in your service.
Come to your office after this. I have something for you.
What has happened? Perhaps we should speak in private.
Private! Interesting choice of words!
What is this all about?
He's fooled you all! He murdered Louise!
Clear the hall! Guards! Everyone out, now!
What's happened? What is the meaning of this?
To no grave. He did it. It was him.
Princess, please.
He tricked me into helping. I was angry with Louise. What he did. For telling his mother our most intimate secrets.
That it was true.
We were in love. Father, forgive me. Louise didn't tell, he did. He lied to me so I could help him cover up his crime.
You had Louise killed. And Oxford. The threat of war with England, the horse, the whole affair. Your Grace, the Earl of Oxford tried to kill the entire court. Dear God. Did you poison yourself?
Yes, he did. And he had me give him the remedy.
I do not make weak choices. It would have been better for France. I decide what is best for France. I am France!
Then ask yourself, why did you choose Catalonia? For France? To appease your wife.
Get this man out of my sight.
She was lying to the place you were born. That's the message Godfrey left you on the scroll. That's where the Grail resides. It wasn't your mother's name. Do you know where you were born?
Perhaps.
Good. Do not tell me. Godfrey meant for you and you alone to find me.
Yet he didn't trust me enough to tell me himself.
He loved you. You know this.
Why would a Christian, a temple master, join the Lord?
We are not only Saracens. We are Christians, we are Jews. With one goal, to protect the Grail.
Why? It's a Christian relic.
It's much more than that. Godfrey understood. He intended for you to understand when you were ready. He told us how you risked everything for the Grail. Running with the box. Running for your young life.
True, but the Grail wasn't in the box.
But your courage was there. How old were you then?
I was still a boy. I must have been.
We should find some food.
Can I ask you something? Was this your plan or his? You rescued me, put me off guard, and then get me to talk about some of my past with Godfrey.
What are you saying? There is
The Grail is not where I was born. This is a trick, Landry.
I give the answer. Without even realizing it, I knew and was she you out of the grave.
Very clever, but it's a lot. Rashid! Rashid! I know you're here. Come on! Come on! I killed you 15 years ago in Akka.
Everything's all because.
Before you make assumptions, let me explain.
How long have you been watching me?
Princess.
In my beds.
You are the only one of them who could be a true ruler. But you need a man like me to do what is necessary.
Did you watch me at 13 when I was changing into my undergarments? At 9, when I was stepping onto my mother's feet to dance? At 5, when I was playing?
My motive was to protect you, to protect your interests.
You're turning me against the man I love.
Princess, you do not need much help.
Tell me, did you pleasure yourself while you watched me?
Isabella.
Did you?
I swear to God.
Then that's my answer.
Woman.
You don't believe in God. You will hang tomorrow, and I will have a peaceful night's sleep, knowing that no one is watching.
As you remember, if you kill me, then the Grail is lost to you forever.
I have no choice but to live with that possibility.
Unless you let me find the Grail as Godfrey intended.
Why would I do that? Because we're not the only ones searching for it.
The men who killed Godfrey, they weren't just highwaymen. Are you prepared for them to find the Grail?
I cannot trust you.
time comes, you will not do what must be done.
Good evening. I'd like to provide the American people with an update on our efforts to protect the integrity of our very important 2020 election. If you count the legal votes, I easily win. If you count the illegal votes, they can try to steal the election from us. If you count the votes that came in late, we're looking at them very strongly, but a lot of votes came in late. I've already decisively won many critical states, including massive victories in Florida, Iowa, Indiana, Ohio. To name just a few, we won these and many other victories despite historic election interference from big media, big money, and big tech. As everybody saw, we won by historic numbers. And the pollsters got it knowingly wrong. They got it knowingly wrong. We had polls that were so ridiculous, and everybody knew it at the time. There was no blue wave that they predicted. They thought there was going to be a big blue wave. That was false. That was done for suppression reasons. But instead, there was a big red wave, and it's been properly acknowledged, actually, by the media. They were, I think, very impressed, but that was after the fact. That doesn't do us any good. We kept the Senate despite having twice as many seats to defend as Democrats, and in a really much more competitive states, we did a fantastic job with the Senate. I think we're very proud of what's happened there. We had many more seats to defend. They spent almost $200 million on Senate races in South Carolina and Kentucky alone, 2 races, and hundreds of millions of dollars overall against us. At the national level, our opponents' major donors were Wall Street bankers and special interests. Our major donors were police officers, farmers, everyday citizens. Yet for the first time ever, we lost 0 races in the House. I was talking to Kevin McCarthy today. He said he couldn't believe it. 0 races, very unusual thing, 0. And actually won many new seats with, I think, many more on the way. This was also the year of the Republican woman. More Republican women were elected to Congress than ever before. That's a great achievement. I won the largest share of non-white voters of any Republican in 60 years, including historic numbers of Latino, African American, Asian American, and Native American voters. The largest ever in our history. We grew our party by 4 million voters, the greatest turnout in Republican Party history. Democrats are the party of the big donors, the big media, the big tech, it seems, and Republicans have become the party of the American worker, and that's what's happened. And we're also, I believe, the party of inclusion. As everyone now recognizes, media polling was election interference in the truest sense of that word, by powerful special interests. These really phony polls, I have to call them phony polls, fake polls, were designed to keep our voters at home, create the illusion of momentum for Mr. Biden, and diminish Republicans' ability to raise funds. They were what's called suppression.
One could make the argument that 3-mana 4/1 draw card is good enough. You know, Star Strider from Mitch, the 2-mana 3/1. Death Rattle draw spell. Isn't this just still good?
Every occasion that I know of. Had Joe Biden up by 5 points in Florida.
And it has massive potential in that if you wait, you can just, you know, get a free heroic strike with it.
So,
that seems really good.
Losing Florida.
Who played that card? Starscribe. That's played a lot.
Other than that, they were very accurate. They had him up 4 points in Ohio, and they were up by 12.2 points. And they also won Ohio, great state of Ohio, very easily. The Washington Post said Biden up 17 points in Wisconsin, and it was basically even. They were up by about 17 points. And they knew that. They're not stupid people. They knew that. Suppression. There are now only a few states.
Under has 3-mana 4/1 rush draw rush, and that's not played so.
The voting apparatus of those states are run in all cases by Democrats. We were winning in all the key locations by a lot, actually. And then our numbers started miraculously getting whittled away in secret. And
does anyone want to explain why
municipal observers? We went to
it is being played though? Oh, okay. Well then, you're wrong. It is being played.
The observers got there. They wanted them 60, 70 feet away, 80 feet, 100 feet away, or outside the building to observe people inside the building. And we won a case, a big case, and we have others happening. There are lots of litigation, even beyond our litigation. There's tremendous amount of litigation generally because of how unfair this process was. And
Ticketmaster.
I've been talking about mail-in voting for a long time.
You draw the tickets, you get a bear.
It's really destroyed our system. It's a corrupt system. It makes people corrupt even if they aren't by nature. But they
Nico Waterham, thank you for subbing.
They want to find out how many votes they need, and then they seem to be able to find them. They wait and wait, and then they find them. And you see that on election night. We were ahead in vote in North Carolina by...
Oh my God! Wait! I read this card completely wrong! Holy crap! You summon a bear each time you draw a card in a ticket. I thought you had to draw all three.
It's amazing how those mail-in ballots are so one-sided too. I know that.
Why? When I first looked at it, I was like, oh man.
The Democrats, but in all cases they're so one-sided. We were up by
But that's
nearly
like that's a lot better than I thought.
votes in Pennsylvania. I won Pennsylvania by a lot, and that gets whittled down to. I think they said now we're up by 90,000 votes. And they'll keep coming and coming and coming. They find them all over. And they don't want us to have any observers.
Oh, it's death battle also.
Although we've got a court case. Judge said you have to have observers. Likewise in Georgia. And they're appealing.
I mean,
they're appealing.
Yeah, it seems good.
We want a case that we want people to watch and we want observers. And they're actually appealing, which is...
New Faldora Strider. What's a Faldora Strider?
All we want to do is have people watch...
My playlist though, it feels like introducing the players all over again.
Exactly. We can get Wake Me Up When September Ends for somebody. I'm sure some memer out there will want their intro song to be Black Parade. We can go deep on this, Wardy. There is no bottom to the abyss.
And now it's getting to be to a point where I'll go from winning by a lot to perhaps being even down a little bit. In Georgia, a pipe burst in a faraway location, totally unrelated to the location of what was happening, and they stopped counting for 4 hours, and a lot of things happened. The election apparatus in Georgia is run by Democrats. We also had margins of 300,000 in Michigan. We're way up in Michigan, won the state, and in Wisconsin we did likewise fantastically well, and that got whittled down. In every case they got whittled down. Today we're on track to win Arizona. We only need to carry, I guess, 55% of the remaining vote, 55% margins, and that's a margin that we've significantly exceeded, so we'll see what happens with that, but we're on track to do okay in Arizona.
All those things you're talking about the later game, let's not forget that right now you have no intel STY. When you get over here, you might actually think, oh, this could be a one-base play. And in fact, if you're doing something that's more aggressive STY, Maru's sitting just in his main, so it's much less likely to work.
Now there's a small blind spot in the main here for Maru. It's like just enough that most of the Marines can unload and not be seen. And I think we're going to see an attack over there, even though he's going to the bottom and might be able to hit this anyways. Wait, Maru's going to fill that spot. Hold on.
Okay, well, he's going to see the Marines actually coming down, or the SCVs coming down here to mine. Oh, man, plenty of units here. Doesn't feel like he's going to get too much done, but he does have a mine in here.
Now, incidentally, he scouts this expansion as he comes down and realizes, okay, I might as well try to get some free workers. Plants a mine. Great job there targeting that SCV before it can set the mine off. Already, though, in the slower expansion, TY doing quite a bit of damage.
He actually loses track of what's going on there, and the mine does go off. So this is going to be an easy clear right there for Maru. but TOI, of course, can pick up and continue to harass. Goes towards the main base.
As he veers in here, he's going to try to get a few more SCVs if he can. Maru is going to try to chase this out. Naturally, this will have to retreat further north. Now, is he going to try to attack him with the Hellions? Is this a good idea?
Well, he's going to try to hit from the low ground. It's kind of a cute idea. I don't think it's going to do too much, though.
Yeah, it seemed like not a bad... Yeah, as far as ideas go, not bad, but it didn't do much for him.
That's a tactic that's going to work a lot better if he takes this expansion, the normal expansion. So another way in which this back expand actually helps Maru defensively.
And now we're going to have this medevac has already done a 360 around the entire main base here. Does try to come in and attack, but it's going to be intercepted by what looks to be a push from Maru. Maru's defended the initial attack, and now he's trying to do his own plans in this game. He wants to move out, try to hit the main.
And you know what? At the end of the day here, I think that TY did less damage than he was really looking for, especially with the Hellions. If you're buying 4 Hellions early on, you really want them to get in there and mix it up, and those things didn't get anything done. Now look at this. Maru is doing that push that you mentioned, Tasteless. This looks really strong right now.
Cyclone will be handy if he can target the right thing. Hits a Viking and it gets away, so not the best move ever. Now, I don't see a tank over here in the main for TY, but there is a Banshee in the main for Maru that's actually going to start killing off a lot of workers. Both sides being hit on both fronts. Here's that tank now. This will thwart progress. But you can see whenever you're attacking the left side of the map, because the add-ons point to the right, you have a higher chance to just kill add-ons. Whoa!
Oh, a little bit sloppy there. Don't forget, he's dealing right now with the Banshee in his main base. It's doing huge amounts of damage. It's picking off a siege tank. It's killing tons of SCVs.
Yeah, it's already got 10 kills.
This is looking good for TY right now.
Okay, the Banshee's been killed off, but it definitely paid for itself and more. A second Banshee is already in the main here. And I think this has done so much damage that, yeah, Maru has to abandon his goal of trying to do damage to the main.
Kind of a cool idea from Maru, but TY's multifaceted harass here has done so much. 20 SCVs go down, 20, and he stops the push. Maru is in deep.
And TY is looking to be in great shape. And as the game moves forward here, we have the funny position where Maru will organic VT.
The center, so TY
gonna just try to hop them over with the medevac.
Well, this isn't too bad, is it? Marine drop into the main, there's nothing there. It looks like he actually mined out the minerals in the center, so TY gonna bring a full-on attack back there.
Now the problem for TY is all of his infrastructures here, his factories, his barracks. But TY is now gonna get pushed at his only 2 bases, which as far as I can tell are naked. There's nothing to defend them.
Oh my gosh, how does he actually end up holding on here? I think he has to give up this base. There's no way to hold that.
I think there's a chance that Maru could try to, or TY rather, could try to float his infrastructure away over to the 3rd here. SCV's going down.
Oh, Maru is in some real trouble here. His expansion not going to be able to mine for very much longer.
1 tank goes down. The Banshee's picked off.
In the meantime, he's still doing damage over at TY's base, let's not forget.
This is insane right now because one side can't mine, the other side can't build. The CC is going to go down. Oh, it does it not get taken out? You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
It's got almost no health.
That was in single digits for a while there.
It went down to 2 health.
TY is going to edge in and try to hammer down the side. We have almost nothing over here. A smaller army from Maru pushing, but even smaller defenses here for TY.
What am I even looking at?
Oh, he picks off the Raven. I think TY could just barely kill Maru here if he does this right. The problem is that he needs to get something to stop the push.
You know what, Tasteless? Like, with what Maru's flying around with right now, he has 3 Vikings and a Raven out on the map. I think he's going to kill TY.
I don't know, man. No, I think the Vikings are going to come back. Oh, wait, are those Maru's Vikings coming back? I thought it was actually TY sending his own Vikings back.
Well, they both have Vikings right now. TY does have more, but Maru bringing these up, setting them in the center, he's kind of being sneaky with them.
Keep in mind, all 3 barracks are down here along with their add-ons. He'll have to lift again if he tries to run away.
Look at all these depots right for the picking as well. Gonna get rid of combat shields.
Stim was denied for TY. He can't stim.
Dude, 1,500 minerals for TY. He can't spend it. All of his buildings are in the air.
And now the CC is getting hit. There's more infrastructure being put in over here. TY with his tanks going all the way around. The command center getting low. SCV is coming in here, trying to repair.
Oh my
God. The Viking fight is being won by TY though.
Yeah, the Vikings doing a huge amount of work here, but those high ground siege tanks going to be difficult to deal with.
He's starting to work on a Martosis. It looks like 1 tank of Maru will go down. TY now can actually park the Vikings over here. Remember, tanks can shoot farther than they can see, so having a Viking to spot is key. Maru's scrambling to try to get resources here at a base.
Look at this, he's rebuilding everything in the center of the map right now, and no, those are not proxies. That's his new main base, the center of the map.
Yep, he's been pushed away, and Maru finally has an expansion again. Both sides are starting to solve the problems they had. Will the game stabilize, though?
The game stabilize. Tasteless, this game could never stabilize, okay?
Oh, and he's going to take the gold.
It could literally hit 0 Kelvin here and the game wouldn't stabilize.
Dude, he's taking the gold base now. I don't know if Maru has enough to fight that. He's coming up here.
Well, Maru's got to do something.
If TY can start to soak minerals from the gold, how would you ever recover? I mean, you're going to get so many more Marines in a game where everything is so scrappy.
You just keep killing his depots. He can't make them, Tasteless.
Maru's going to try to push through the top here, but he doesn't have. This is not a really big army. This is not.
That's an understatement.
It's very small, but let's see what he can get done with it. Now he's going to push in from the side. Maru hitting multiple locations.
Dude.
TY is pretty surrounded, but I think TY has a little bit more here as far as army goes.
His army looks like much higher quality. But Maru is a master of making stone soup, man. He is all over the place with these tiny groups of units. Look at this, trying to break the tanks. It's not working,
He's
though.
going to dive bomb on top of these few tanks over here.
Oh,
TY coming
no
back,
way.
though. He's going to try to save him. He saves at least one tank. By the way, Stim is done now for TY. He can take fights much more easily. Maro's tanks isolated here are picked off.
Okay. Where are we actually at in this game now? Maru has more SCVs. Army supply, Maru actually, okay, they both can have 1-1. Army supply is surprisingly similar after all of this. And Maru is keeping the offensive posture. He's moving across the map.
Well,
dude, he'll be able to kill that tank. He'll be able to stop mining here. That's not an issue.
Yeah, but I think all that TY has to do is lift off and run away.
He does lift off and run away, but that's a big chunk of his income.
But there's much more map to have, and now the situation's going to reverse. Maro's taking his gold base, but one must assume this is an easy push here for TY.
Dude, he's taking the gold base from the other side of the gold minerals.
Yeah.
This is...
You can expand down there and mine from it, man.
You can do that.
It can be done.
That's an option.
Okay. Players are finally catching up on the upgrades they would have normally had a long time ago if this game had been anything close to normal.
13 minutes in.
Yeah.
Combat Shields is almost done, guys. Don't worry.
So Maru's actually taking 2 new bases. The gold and then the one that's just below that. Now the center of the map has been opened up. Maru again on the offense here, but I think there might be too much for TY. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
I didn't see those tanks down there.
Yeah, those couple of siege tanks that Maru has are definitely going to make a difference here. You see that TY's supply is starting to shoot up a little bit quicker, but by mining that gold base, Maru is going to be able to match that very shortly, and he's still producing siege tanks, so it's just something we can't say for TY. That's going to make it harder and harder as the game goes on.
Now, for TY, I mean, he does have more Vikings, so you got to be very careful with the drops to your own, but I think TY wants to try to run around this army, and he could actually end up hitting Maru over here at the gold. And again, you have to pick up and leave.
Oh, man. Just so much damage everywhere. He's redropping in the old main of TY at the same time. Oh, that's way too many Marines.
TY might have too much.
Has to back up into that siege tank range. That means he's going to lose that command center and this one down at the bottom.
Here we go again. Maru with a smaller army, but trying to come in here against TY's maybe even minuscule defense. Actually, I guess with enough Marines and SCVs, he might be able to take this fight barely.
It looks like Maru will hold on right there. Both sides having a hard time even judging where to go and what to do. TY, though, he does pack a bigger punch, continuing to push forward. He's killed 2 bases of Maru. He's going to get another one.
He gets the CC
I think that's
as well.
Tasteless.
I think TY did it in one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I keep saying it, it's every game, but it's true. He took out the CC. You can't mine from anywhere now.
Dude, there's no more CCs
That's
left.
it. GG. TY does it.
Oh, TY now leading 3-2. He is on match point.
Every game is better than the game before. Every game I'm seeing is the best game I've ever seen.
It's getting insane right now.
I don't even know what to say. That was one of the most unique TVTs.
Tasteless.
Both had.
With this final being this good right now, I got to pose the question, was 2020 worth it to get here to this final?
You have a point, Artosis. You have a point. I can't believe how good these games have been. TY may be able to take it here. Maru has to come back. Again, so many unique situations on that map to get a game that looks like that.
Yeah.
We now go to Pillars of Gold for Game 6. If TY wins one more, he is the Season 3 GSL champion. If Maru wins on Pillars of Gold, we go to the final game on Everdream.
If we go to the Game 7 with these two, that is going to be crazy.
Our game has loaded up. TY vs. Maru in the GSL Finals continues on. Let's go.
Like, 4 GSL victory for Mark Pro ever. That's the youngest.
So that's good. Drink. that back again.
These guys are mind games everywhere. Very, very stellar defense right here from TY. The Reaper barely gets in there. Oh,
Almost
my
got
God,
killed
he's
there.
covered in butter. So we're going to chase him down. Not going to end up losing anything against it, but that was a good scout. That was a nice move with that Reaper. Definitely worth.
At first, I really thought closing the depot would force the Reaper back up into enough damage that he would be killed.
But that's a Maru Reaper. It's not going to happen.
No, never.
Right, a scan goes down. That was a Maru scan, so he actually was trying to drop a mule and scan his own natural.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it was red on red.
Yeah, I was waiting for a minute. Like, what the hell would TY be looking for at the natural right now?
Was there a Banshee there?
I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense at all. So absolutely, that can happen when you're moving real quick, right?
Yeah. So a little bit of a misplay from Morrow.
I would call it nerves, but he has so many.
There.
He actually was trying to drop a mule, and but that's a Maru Reaper.
Force the Reaper back.
It's a nice move with that Reaper. Definitely worth.
At first, I really thought closing the depot would force the Reaper back.
It was a nice move with that Reaper. Definitely worth.
At first, I really thought closing the depot would force the Reaper back up into enough damage.
Definitely worth.
At first, I really thought closing the depot would force the Reaper back up into enough damage that he would be killed.
But that's a Maru Reaper. It's not going to happen.
No, never.
Right, a scan goes down. That was a Maru scan, so he actually was trying to drop a mule and scan his own natural.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it was red on red.
Yeah, I was waiting for a minute. Like, what the hell would TY be looking for at the natural right now?
Was there a Banshee there?
I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense at all. So absolutely, that can happen when you're moving real quick, right?
Yeah. So a little bit of a misplay from Morrow.
I would call it nerves, but he seems. We just take a spy about. Morrow bringing in a tank, bringing in Marines as well to help fight. TY. So well, picking off 3 of the tanks. The 4th tank.
Morrow gonna go for it. SCV's here to tank in.
A huge spread here as well, trying to take out all these siege tanks.
The supply
ways he gets
over here. Here again. This game.
It's there. The leader in the EPT points, in the GSL points, in everything this year in StarCraft 2, taking points.
Morrow's going for it.
Oh, that one doesn't quite work out. He does pick off 8 tanks. Liberators come up. Look at this. The stim in from TY as well.
Beautifully done by TY. He's going to come in here and close this fight out. It's just a few siege tanks left. GG. TY has done it. He has the GSL Season 3 Code S champion.
A ridiculous feat here from TY. His 2nd GSL Code S win of the year. Easily the leader in the EPT points, in the GSL points, in everything this year in StarCraft 2, taking down his nemesis, his rival in Maru, and winning another championship.
I will say it, that's the best finals we have casted. The games were so good, so back and forth. Just incredible play here from TY.
An amazing game there to finish it off. TY showing such strength. But you can't have a win like that without an opponent like Maru.
first wave of missiles were about to be fired.
Hurry up. Oh, not much. What's up? So what in garbage? Okay. What's going on, Bear? Alright. One sec. So it's in the bathroom? Bathroom garbage? Bathroom garbage?
Oh yeah, brown bear.
Introducing new supplies
good.
to the experiment.
Aw. Here. Lazy bear. Oh yeah. Go brown bear. Alright. It's okay. Yeah, oh yeah. It's chill. Miss you, bear. For sure, I'll talk to you soon, bear. Love you. Bye.
Five enemies remaining.
There's just us left, son.
Four enemies remaining. Three enemies remaining. One enemy remaining. location. Congratulations on your survival. Thank you for your continued participation. Shields are primed. Wavehorn firing is about to commence.
There's a pistol on the ground for you. Just out front, outside of the front of the house. There's a pistol. Just outside the front of the house. There's ammo right here.
Wow. Just amazing play from both sides.
missiles are incoming. Supply drop incoming. remaining.
There's a run on guns in Michigan.
Really nice, man. I like it.
We invest. Can I get some water?
Let's roll.
Come on up there. I want a glass of water.
Get a bottle. Bottle water.
I want a glass of water. Everybody settle down. This is a feisty crowd. Thank you. I really didn't need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
What? He wet his lips. He did not drink it. He didn't sip it. He wet his lips.
There was an audible gasp in the audience. People were just like absolutely dejected. Why would you do that?
I am sure that somewhere when I was 2 years old, I was taking a chip of paint, tasting it, and I got split.
Yeah, that's like talking about like, well, I didn't wear a seatbelt.
Hey there. Can you hear me? Alright, cool. Oh man.
Proceed to safety. The first wave of missiles are incoming. How was that? Alright.
fine. It's like, but there were tons of people that died.
Backstage, the president, sitting at the table with the criminal governor, decided to perform his stunt all over again.
You know, generally I have not been doing stunts here, but...
Walk off. That's what I do. That's what I do. Whoa. All net. All net.
There's a run on guns in Michigan.
Really nice, man.
And many are first-time buyers. They've gone back to the classroom to learn and into the shooting ranges because of fears of civil unrest.
Hey, Coach. Well, just, you know, killing and chilling.
Yeah, I get that.
I feel kind of landlocked on these little islands, though.
I like this map.
I do too. I was actually talking about this earlier on with a friend that I like this map better, but I think I win more often on Scirocco.
I don't know. I can never. I can't play that map, dude. That's me. It's me though. I just don't like it. Whatever.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I like this map. I like running around in it. I like the tactical plays and everything, but then I never seem to win as often. That's what it's.
My brain doesn't even understand Scirocco or whatever you call it.
Scirocco. Where do you like to start?
Nice.
Oh, those last two weren't so friendly.
Not really. I was hoping they'd go more bottom left. Shotgun and an SMG over here if you need one.
Missiles are
I'm dead.
Wave 1 firing is about to commence.
You dead? Okay, spawn to me. And you'll get a shotgun. so bad, this game.
And they come in and they don't even know the process. They don't even know what they have to do. All they know is they want to buy a gun. And I'm fielding over 100 phone calls a day for that too.
I know.
Some believe the bigger, the better. Others want guns they can hide in their handbags. They're from all political sides, and all driven by fear.
People are doing things that we've never even thought about doing before. Taking it to limits that...
And I'm here today to announce a brand new...
Deep in the Virginia woods, these are preparations for a new American battleground. People ready, they say, to fight if Donald Trump goes down.
Because there's a lot of patriots that love that man, including myself.
John won't give his last name, but he's free with his opinions. He says America could be on the point of a second civil war.
If they try to steal the election from Donald Trump, that's going to be basically the trigger point.
He's preparing a fleet of off-road vehicles.
There's some thoughts about possibly mounting a gun on this.
Did you ever see the movie Mad Max?
Oh yeah, my favorite.
But this is no entertainment. In a series of safes, John has an Aladdin's cave of military-style weapons.
You've got a lot of semi-automatics.
Among the least of the weaponry is a Steyr rifle, standard issue for Australian troops.
The FBI says applications for federal firearms background checks are running at record levels, more than 30 million Americans so far this year, and the run on ammunition is so strong that where shops still have bullets, they're rationed.
Can I have the name, please, the number?
I don't care you recording me on mom. I don't. You can show that to whoever you want.
I am. But can I have your name and number?
I should have knocked that out your hand on mom because you don't got consent. No, you're not getting my name. Now show them that.
I will show them that.
You think I give a fuck about this job? No, I don't on mom. Now get out my drive. You holding on my line. Bye. Bye. Go. You mad? It's
I ain't mad. You the one mad. You the one mad.
You mad.
I ain't mad.
If I knock your phone out your hand, you gonna call the police.
I sure am.
I know. Now pull
am.
off.
That's not the way you talk to people.
Pull off. Is you finna pay?
Then call the police then.
Fuck I'm calling the police for? I ain't no snitch ass nigga, so fuck I'm finna call the police for.
Then what are you doing then?
What you doing?
I wanted to pay for my stuff.
$5.97.
It's not $5.97. I have a coupon.
Did you mention the coupon back there?
I mentioned it now.
Exactly.
Can I have the name, please, the number?
I don't care you recording me on mom. I don't. You can show that to whoever you want.
I am. But can I have your name and number?
I should have knocked that out your hand on mom because you don't got consent. No, you're not getting my name. Now show them that.
I will show them that.
You think I give a fuck about this job? No, I don't on mom. Now get out my drive. You holding on my line.
Listen up. This is a public service announcement. Welcome to Simp Nation. Hey, boy. Listen up. This is a public service announcement. Welcome to Simp Nation. Hey, boy.
Look at your little girl, look at your little boy. You love them, don't you?
Yes, I do.
But you don't think they're yours.
Just everybody just kept on, every time we were out somewhere, my family, they would just say that they're not. There's no way at all.
Amanda says she didn't cheat on you.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
I'm wondering what's going on here. This dude has a fit about something. And then flips off a ballot and then crumples it up. That's not voter fraud. I don't know what is.